It is a rainy day in Portugal. I leave today. Perfect day to leave. But it's very blah. Will I miss Portugal? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe a different part of Portugal I would visit. I mean, don't get me wrong, this place is beautiful. It's just, maybe it's just too many people and too much stuff going on and so many beggars and feel your heartstrings pull. You know, when you see somebody coming in when you're eating and they go to somebody, to people's plates that had already been eaten and they left and they sat down and eat whatever was left on their food, on their plates. That was heartbreaking. Another thing that I didn't care for, because there's so many waiters up and down the streets, and the streets are very, they're not too wide. So there's waiters on each side of the street, and I guess they're competing against each other to get the tourists and people to eat at the restaurant. So they're standing right in the middle of the road with their menus, trying to, you know, pull you in so you would eat at their facility. And I mean, it was just overbearing. It was just like, you know, when people are selling stuff in the streets, when you go on tour, when you're a tourist somewhere, and they kind of like continuously bother you till you walk by. It's basically like that with waiters and their menus. So that part was kind of annoying. So anytime I see waiters or a restaurant, I try to go the other way, but it's difficult to do because there's restaurants like everywhere. I'm talking everywhere. And either souvenir stores or restaurants. But so I am gonna have my last meal here in this rainy day. And I'm going to the place that I sat outside. I won't be sitting outside, but I'll be going to the place that I had that sandwich that I liked so much, where that nice lady was. Because the waiter I had yesterday, whoo, was horrible. So I want my experience to end in a good note. So I am going back to the restaurant that I enjoyed, which is this one. But this time I'm gonna go inside, so inside. Talk to y'all later. Well, I ended up sitting back outside, although it's rainy. That's the lady who's so sweet, who helped me out. And I mean, he was very nice to me. That I told her I came back just for her, since it's my last day in Portugal. She works very hard, very, very hard. She's cleaning the leaves from the ground so people can walk. So she sat me outside. She said if I wanted to sit inside or outside, and I told her I'll sit outside. This is my last day. So I'm looking through this menu, and I think I'm going to have the same thing I had last time, which is the coffee and that one sandwich that I really enjoyed. The name of this place is Crunch. And what I had last time, oh, they have this. I didn't see this. No, I don't want salad in the morning. I basically eat salad as it is. What was it? An amazing sandwich. I think I had, oh yeah, these amazing sandwiches. I had the chicken and cheddar cheese. That's good. I had think I had them. This one, the country bread toast with scrambled egg and smoked ham. Maybe I'll try a different one today. Shredded chicken and cheddar cheese. That also sounds really good. I'll go back to this. This was really good. I'm gonna do that one. And that will be my meal in Portugal. So I just wanted to share. Well, Portugal did not disappoint. It took 2 minutes, no matter me sitting here for 2 minutes. For somebody came and approached me to buy something. We were kind of like the woman, the waiter that I liked so much, ended up coming out from the restaurant and saw me come closer and she didn't leave. She was annoyed, I can tell. I think that happens quite often. She was kind of annoyed. Gracias. Wish I could take her with me to the U.S. She's such a hard worker. I'm glad I ended my day here in Portugal, here at this restaurant, on a good note with a nice lady. I'm gonna have my cafe con leche. So, my morning coffee is awaiting. Well, I was approached again when I was waiting for my food again to purchase something. It's like, I don't know, it's like when people see you sitting down and they figure you're a tourist, that they can just approach you like the way they do in the middle of your eating, in the middle of just anything. Try that. Anyhow, my food is here. This is what it looks like. It looks amazing. Let me show you. Oh, delicious. You know, I get that people want to sell their stuff to tourists, but, you know, there's a time and a place, not when your mouth is full of food. You know, I was getting ready to be approached again, but the lady had to shoot me away. You're not going to believe this, but remember that big sandwich? I can't believe I ate the whole thing. I was just mesmerized by my surroundings and just looking around. And then next thing you know, when I looked down, that's all that was left was that little piece of bread. I didn't believe I ate the whole thing like that. But even though it's a rainy day, it's just a beautiful atmosphere. This is a place that I said that if I die, you just set me right in this spot right here. And I will be at peace. It's just amazing. I know that's my famous word, amazing. But yeah, it's beautiful and peaceful. Well, until you get disturbed by somebody. But other than that, it's peaceful. If I ever come to Lisbon again, I will come to this location. Hopefully I get the same waitress. I got lucky for two times that I've been here. They have the same nice thing. But I would come back. I would come back here. I can't believe I ate that. I just left that restaurant that I really enjoy and want to dine at. Anyhow, not only do people stop you in the restaurant, somebody else did again. Well, she kind of like intercepted them from coming to my table to ask me for money or whatever they were going to ask for. But what I also noticed is there are many, like, I don't know, homeless. People like sitting in the streets begging for money. More than normal. And I've seen, like, I don't think I've seen that in Spain like I see it here. But one thing I'm not going to miss is, number one, the waiters at the restaurants, because it's too much. I mean, you kind of like start to look down at the ground so you don't have to have eye contact with them. But they still talk, trying to get you in the restaurant. And like the beggars, because I mean, it's a lot. I think I sat down today, and during my meal, just from sitting there, even before it got there, like a minute or two even before it got there, somebody was already approaching me. I got approached while I was sitting there twice, and then the other two, she basically shooed them away. I think it's a regular thing, and I think people are annoyed at the restaurants when things like that happen. I understand people need stuff, you know, but like I said, there's a time and there's a place. I won't be missing that at all. The restaurants and the beggars. And then, like the people just sitting in the streets begging for money. Those are the things that I won't miss at all. Well, I am packed and ready to go back to Torremolinos, Spain. I'm all packed. I'm ready to go. I'm in my room. I got about 40 minutes or so to check out. And then I'm going to catch the bus, which is about, I think it's like 45 minutes to the airport in the rain. So it's going to be fun hauling that luggage with the umbrella to the bus stop. Bus stop isn't that far from here, which is another good thing, because where this hotel is situated, it's right it's a perfect spot, because you're right there, close right there at the main spot where you turn the corner and ta-da, everything's there. But I would rate this hotel. The staff are wonderful. This is Hotel Gatrazio. I got a good deal since it's off season. And the room is actually small, very small, but then everything in Europe is small. So that's something I have to take in consideration. But it's very small, like it was when I went on my solo cruise. When I went on the cruise with Layla and we had those solo cabin rooms, they were tight. This one isn't as tight as that, but almost. It's just, I don't know. Well, I don't need a lot of room anyway, but it's just got the sink. And of course, I keep everything tidy. And the little bathroom is over here on that side with just a toilet and then a shower. There's no sink in there. The sink is out here. And then the bed where I'm sitting at is like literally right here. So, and I made the bed and all that stuff. So they don't have much to clean. And then my garbage is right there. I had a bag and put all my garbage in there since I've been here. So I didn't even use their trash bags. So it's basically just removing the bag and cleaning, sterilizing, whatever, how they do. And the TV's up there. But that's about it. That's in this room. It's very, very small. But the service, the people are really nice here. They try to, every time you go in and out, hello, senora, but they're very nice. I think what you pay for here during regular, like in the summertime, is probably a lot. And the prices are high, I noticed in the summertime, because I kind of glanced. But I think you pay for location. You don't pay for the actual hotel room, because it's like I said, it's extremely small. You pay for the location, and the people here are nice, so that's another plus. But other than that, I have to say that I'm actually looking forward to going back to Torremolinos. I do kind of miss it there. I don't know. Maybe it's because I spent, a month? 3 weeks to a month over there, and then came here, and then I left Tuesday and I'm coming back on Friday. So, but other than that, I would rate, because I took back roads, so I was able to really see Portugal, and not the Portugal that, tourists go through. I was able to go through other parts of Portugal, when I got lost, to see how those areas were, and some were not very well, not very good at all. I mean, like I said, the system here with the trash thrown everywhere on the ground and the garbage cans overflowing in the streets, and like bags are just busted open on the sidewalk and streets. It's very dirty some areas, you know. And I know that's in every country, but I'm actually glad I got lost and was able to see the non-tourist sections. So, I mean, I really got lost, but it was interesting. I'd like to experience countries like that, not just what the country wants to show the tourists, you know. So that was a good experience. As far as wanting to live here, this is my conclusion of my trip from the time that I've been here. As far as me wanting to live here, I would not live here. Mostly because of the steep hills and the stairs that are everywhere, because this is a very hilly area. And I'm talking, it's very steep in a lot of areas. So it's like to go uphill, I swear, I don't know how people do it. I noticed that elderly people don't really do it. They get walked to like vans and cars and stuff from their doorstep, which is understandable because it's very grueling to go up and down them. It's easier going down, of course, but to go up, oh my gosh. So I experienced, every day that I've been here, I've experienced steep hills and a gazillion steps. So I'm going to appreciate those steps in Torremolinos that I've been complaining about. Those are going to be a breeze. I probably can just run up them, you know, run up and down them now after experiencing what I've experienced in Portugal. And then like I said, I've been in Torremolinos about, what, it's been a month or so? Not once since I've been there have I experienced like a beggar or somebody in the street just sitting there with their hands out or a cup or whatever, you know. I didn't experience that in Torremolinos. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, don't get me wrong. And also the cleanliness of Spain is different here. You know, I didn't see the trash receptacles like I did in Spain, where it's individual, where you put, I mean, it's a very different system over there that I've experienced. I'm only talking about the areas that I've experienced. So before you get on and say, oh, and start, you know, that I'm bashing your country. No, I'm not bashing your country. I'm just sharing my experience of what I've experienced and the places that I've gone to. So I don't want you to take it the wrong way and make it seem like I'm bashing Portugal, because it is a beautiful country and I've experienced the beauty and I've also experienced the not so beauty. So that's a good thing that I feel anyway. Well, anyhow, I am getting ready to finish up here and, you know, make sure I took everything and make sure everything is clean so they don't have much to do, but basically, you know, sanitize the area, and then I'll be on my merry way to Torremolinos. Peace. I enjoyed the experience in Lisbon.